Well, hello YouTubers, hello Facebook people, hello Twitter people, and hello LinkedIn people. This is Bob Hickman. It is so good to be back with all of you. Well, it's Thursday, and you know what that means. It's time for messages from the spirit world. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you to all of you who have been watching lately. You've been sending me such beautiful letters, such wonderful comments on all my videos. Thank you. If you didn't get to see the video before this, check it out. It's about year-end goals and New Year goals and how to be on track with your spiritual chart. Today's Thursday. It's going to be the last day I'm offering. Actually, it's going to be through the 15th. I'm offering my reading. So you want to, in the next few days here, get on my schedule and get a reading. Check out the video before. It tells about my special discount. I'm taking $25 off private hour-long readings. So if you want to get on my schedule for a private hour-long reading, check out the video before. Give me a call, write me an email, and we'll make it happen. Anyways, I'm glad you're here. Well, the letters have been coming in like crazy. Before we get into those, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay, my spirit guide Fletcher's back here. All right, well, one more thing before we get into the letters. Also, you want to make sure to be here on Friday. Tomorrow, Friday, we're going to have a Ouija board seance. You don't want to miss that. All right, well, let's see who wrote to us this week. Okay, our first letter is from Shy Kame. And she wants to ask about a new job she applied for and if there's a move or a home purchase for her. Yeah. I do see you getting that job. Interestingly, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a delay around it. So you might go in for an interview and then they kind of drag on the process a little bit. But don't lose heart. I feel as we get into January, that really starts to manifest for you. Now, in terms of are you going to purchase the home you're in, it's interesting. I feel like that may be a strong option on the table. But they keep showing me that as we get closer to March, that you're actually looking at a second home, and like another option comes up. So I'm going to say keep your options open, but as we get to, early spring, we'll look at that again. But I feel like there's a second home. It's actually nicer than the one that you got, so just be open to that, okay? Blessings to you. All right, going in our hat, our next letter is from Ashley Brown. And she has a really interesting question. She says, Bob, what's going to happen with December 21st, 2012? Everybody's talking about all these things. She's a little concerned about it. Well, let me tell you, Ashley, it's not the end of the world, okay? Everybody watching this, 21st of December is not the end of the world. I don't care. All these psychics are trying to scare people. It's a crime as far as I'm concerned. You shouldn't be terrorizing the public with the end of the world. Now, I'm telling you, on December 22nd, Psychic Bob is still going to be here doing readings, and I'll be the only psychic that's still in business, because all these ones that are saying all this lies, they're going to be out of business. But I'm telling you, December 21st is about alignment of planets, and it's about the universe's energy is aligning to maximize our personal energy fields in order to elevate our consciousness. And this December 2012 is all about opening your mind. A lot of you have been writing and saying, Bob, you feel like energy shifting around, that you're getting, kind of more inspired, more empowered, you're getting clearer in your thoughts. That's part of that alignment, okay? Now, I also, as I have predicted, we are going to start seeing more and more UFO activity as we go through the rest of this month and into next year. And I really do feel that the alien presences that are visiting the Earth are going to really make themselves much more known. So that's also part of all of this end of December energy, okay? Not to worry, not the end of the year. Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. Okay, Bob Bridges writes, and he says that he purchased a pendant. It was a lion-headed pendant, and he wants to know what his connection to ancient Egypt is. He said after he had the pendant, he looked in the mirror, and it's like his face changed to be like it looks like an ancient Egyptian person. Yeah. Well, what you're having happen is you're tapping in on some of your past life energy. Sometimes when we touch on objects from that time period, it stimulates our kind of subconscious self to get active again. And I feel like you did have a past life in ancient Egypt. Now, they show me that you were a priest of Sekhmet. Sekhmet was a goddess, a lioness goddess. So that pendant for you is interestingly stirring up a lot of past life memories because you used to wear one just like it in that life. So you are having a connection. And I feel like the person that you bought that from senses that around you. It's like they almost really wanted you to have that pendant. Because not just make money, it's like they knew that you're supposed to have that, you know. And I want you to honor that and be thankful for it. So yes, it is connected to past life. You were a priest of Sekhmet. Okay. Hope that helps. That's great. All right. Our next letter is from Brendan McNeil. He says his father passed away and he wants to know if he's okay. He says he has regrets about how it all ended. Yeah, well, listen, Brendan. First of all, don't beat yourself up, okay? I can tell you, in all honesty, your father is at peace. He's in the light. And, you know, sometimes when we have those endings on Earth where it's rough and we think, well, I yelled at them and the next day they die. You know, I had this happen to people. Like they have a fight with somebody and then they die the next day. And that's horrible. And then you think, well, if only I hadn't said that. You know, listen. Once you leave the body and you cross into that light, and I'm talking from personal experience here because I had a near death. When you're in that light, clarity of who you are and how it all fits together comes to you. And you let go of all those angers and those petty fears and those things that, you know, that make us less than what we're meant to be. And I can tell you, and I know your father's around you. One of the things Fletcher said, he said he's been guiding you for a lot of the past few years, for a lot of years now. And he's been around you to help you bring enlightenment to those other family members. I get another person, a brother around this, that I feel has also struggled, and he's been with him as well. And your father is saying, Fletcher said he's here, and he said he's saying to you, he says, tell him that I love him, and I'm not upset, and I forgive him. And he asks you to forgive him for his failings. He's in the light, okay? I want you just to talk to him. You just talk to him every day. You know, he's going to be around at the holiday time. So as you're going through Yule and Christmas and Hanukkah, all of that, you just talk to him. Say, Dad, what do you think about the lights on these houses? Isn't that pretty? When you start that conversation, you'll get that connection. But he's here, and he's with you, and he's not upset. And he asks you to forgive him. So you just talk to him. All right? Blessings to you. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is from, this is nice. This is from Twitter. This is Caroline at Roxy Socks 100. Hi, Caroline. So nice. I love it when people write from Twitter. That's wonderful. If you're interested in Twitter and you haven't seen my Twitter, if you go in the information box below, we do have links to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all that's there. My website, how to buy my books. I put that in every video now so you can connect with me. But anyways, Caroline, thanks for reaching out on Twitter to me. You have an interesting question. You ask about if there's reincarnation on other planets, if you've been part of reincarnating on other planets. Well, first, yes. Many people have had lifetimes on other planets. You know, this universe is very big. There are a lot of souls. And as a soul, we like to experience different things. So yes, you have been on other planets as well, you yourself. Now, I get a connection with the planet Venus for you and also Mars. Now, you know, I know scientists say there's no life on this place, but I'm telling you, several thousand years ago, there was life on both of those planets. You have a connection, particularly with the Martian connection, and you are part of the group of people who colonized Earth. The ancient Egyptians were influenced by the people of Mars as well as the Palladians. And many of the early Egyptians were connected to Atlantis as well. So there is an alien connection in the history of the earth that comes through the Atlantean peoples and the Egyptian peoples. And I believe that you are part of the colony settlers, the colonials from Mars. Okay? So you have a past life connection. Okay? You may have sort of Egyptian premonitions. Some of that is from Mars because there are pyramids on Mars. And a Sphinx too. You can look that up. Just type in Martian pyramids or pyramids on Mars, Sphinx on Mars. You'll see the connection. But you do come from there. And yes, souls do sometimes choose to operate their incarnations on other worlds. So yes, that is an option. It has happened, and it'll continue to happen. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from Todd Northcutt. Wants to know about past life. Yeah, well, you've had a lot of lives. One of your lives that was actually in medieval England, and I do pick up around you an energy. It's connected to chivalry. You were a knight, actually. And that was a very positive life. You're very happy. And I feel like you're bringing over some of that energy, that chivalric energy, into this life. You might want to do some research on the medieval knighthoods. I feel like for you that'll really connect you to that past life, okay? Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is Joanna Montieri. And she's asking, Psychic Bob, are you going to teach more about meditation and chakras? I want to learn about chakras. She said she's exploring that in her own practice. Yes, actually, that's a wonderful question, Joanna. I am getting a lot of requests about meditation and chakras. And so in the new year, in January, we're going to have some videos on that. So please keep following my channel. We will have that. I get so many requests. It's a little crazy. I'm trying to help everybody. And that is on the agenda. So keep it here. And in the new year, we will have some videos about the chakras and how to work with those in meditation and in magic also. Thanks for writing. All right. Going in our hat, our next letter is from Professional Tutorial. And they said they want to know who their spirit guides are and how to connect to them. They've been having a hard time connecting. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Spiritually, we get in that place where we feel blocked, okay? First of all, I do want to tell you around you, I am getting a number of spirit guides. I do feel like this last year for you has been somewhat of a challenging year. And some of that comes from feeling a little bit of disconnect. But listen, you are not alone. You are being guided. I get around you Archangel Raphael. He's one of your guides. He's working with you to bring greater emotional healing to you. I feel like you've been kind of feeling beat up this year emotionally. And Raphael's working with you. I also get another spirit around you. It's named Cosmos. Brother Cosmos is around you. He's a Catholic monk, and he's helping you as well. And he's helping you to discover the simple joys. That's what he says. I'm helping him to discover the simple joys in life. So Brother Cosmos is around you. Now, the way you connect to these guides, if you're trying to do meditation and that's not working, like you said, you just haven't had any luck, one of the other ways you can connect with your guides is literally write out a contract. So get it literally, like get a piece of paper and write out a contract. Say, I want to meet you, Brother Cosmos, on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. in my meditation. Or you could write it, I want to meet you in my sleep, in my dream, come and bring a message to me. And you make a date, make times, be very specific. And put it on your bedstand before you go to bed. And then open up before you go to bed and say, I received the spirits who want to come to me. And when you have this contract with spirit, they'll say, oh, this person means business. And they'll work with you. Okay, it helps them and it helps you. Okay, try that. Let me know. Thanks for writing. All right, our next question is from Chris Osario. This is interesting. Now, he writes about, I don't know if you guys knew in the news this week, there was a singer from Mexico, famous singer, Jenny Rivera, and she's allegedly died in a plane crash in Mexico. And he wants to know if she's dead or alive. He says that some psychics are saying she's still alive. Okay. Well, Chris, I got to tell you, I'm going to disagree with the psychics that say that she's alive. I feel that she has died. Now, the reason why these psychics are saying that she's alive is I do feel that she is in a state of trauma and is earthbound. It seems to me that when she was like, she had a real, like, you know, she's very good at commitments. Like, she held her commitment. She had to be somewhere. She'd do anything to get there and be loyal to her fans and to her commitment. The problem is that in this plane crash, what I'm getting is I feel that she is literally walking around the wreckage saying, what happened? Where am I? What's happening? And she's earthbound at this point. And because she's earthbound, some psychics are picking up that vibration. It's so dense, it's like she's literally tangibly alive. But I don't see her as alive. But I do think she's earthbound. So if you're watching this and you're a fan of Jenny Rivera, I want you to pray for her. You send light over to her. And even if you're not a fan, you know, if you want to do some spiritual work and work on your soul, say prayers for her, because we want to help her go to the light, okay? And I do feel she'll cross, but right now she's still trying to get back to her plane because she had to be at some appearance. And she's like, I have to make my concert. I have to make my concert. That's what I pick up around her. But she is dead, but she's earthbound. So pray for her. Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is from Yesenia Mashante. Yeah. Well, you know, you write about your father being dead and want to know if he's okay. Yeah, your dad did make it over to the light. He's healed. It's interesting because when I step into the vibration around him, I get the sense that he's actually been working as a guide for you for many years also. And he's talking about the issue of forgiveness here, because it looks like that there's been a lot of struggle here around with your mother and with you and some siblings. And he says he's coming to bring peace to the family. He says forgive your mother, because he said she had a lot of fear and a lot of bitterness. And he says that she's getting help from spirit now to heal her soul. And he asked you to let go of that. But he's been around you, and he says he's sorry that he left as soon as he did. I pick him up, though, as at peace and in the light. And he's healed now. And it's interesting because he keeps touching the chest area. I feel like there were a lot of problems here. Some breathing issue, maybe an impact in the chest of some sort. Could be a heart issue also. But he, you know, the body, it was not reparable. He's in the light, and he's fine. Okay. He says he's going to be with you over the holidays. He says, I'm with her at Christmas time. Okay, you're going to have a sense of him. So invite him to your Christmas dinner. That's all right. Well, guys, that is all I'm going to get to today. I'm so glad you're here. Listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel on Friday, Ouija board seance, and you don't want to miss that. And coming up here in the next few days also, we're going to have a promotion for my 2013 Psychic Predictions. And on December 29th, we'll have the actual Psychic Predictions video released. But before that, we're going to have a cool kind of commercial to promote it and remind you guys. So make sure to keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got a lot of great stuff coming. Thanks for being here. This is Bob Hickman. And of course, you know, next week we'll have another Messages from the Spirit World.